Hey, everybody, this is Gillberg, and you're watching the Bob Culture Podcast.
Nothing between the lines of the page or out of time. Forgiveness is for angels with its angel spell and a line that's in no second chance or redemption can be found. But you can't run the devil and the devil is running you down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into a very special Find Yourself Wrestling edition of the BCP. Very excited, good brother, to welcome in. Welcome back to the show. He is usually off the roof, up on the rooftops. You see him falling through rooftops.
Dilf boy.
Dilf boys here. Daltano Charles, welcome in, Dilf. And very special guest. He is the longest reigning WWF light heavyweight champion himself, Mr. Dwayne Gillberg. Welcome in, sir. How are you guys today?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. Happy to be talking to you guys. Thank you guys so much for taking the time. So much to talk about. Dilf, obviously, we know you from the Independence, man. You reached out to me. You said, hey, I'm putting on the show with Gillberg. Find Yourself Wrestling, guys. Shameless promo Friday fight night. That's going to be this Friday. There's meet and greets. There's Gillberg, Rhett Titus, Blackout. Dilf will be there too. How did this all happen, guys?
We actually decided to get together and get a promotion that's going to be fun and be like old school, you know, and bring it back to where, you know, the fans can meet all the wrestlers, have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excuse me, I'm very sorry.
You're a busy man.
Yeah, you're a busy guy. Come on,
man. Let's go. Time is money. That's it.
You know what I mean? And it's so you know, we can bring back the old times, and so new and upcoming wrestlers got a good place to go, and we're the older guys, like we don't want to say no names because it might be me, have a good place to go, and you got a good crowd of people. You know what I'm saying? And I love the Independence because you get to meet the people. You get to, you know, be personal with the people and everything. You know, it isn't like a WWE or WWF show where you had to go out, you had to meet a star, and then you go back in the locker room, you leave. You know, this here, you go out, you're out before the show, you meet them, you sign autographs, take pictures, you know, you see them during intermission, after the show, the whole thing. That's the fun part about it. Because, like, when I was growing up, you never had this. You never had a chance to meet your star.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. Never. And many, many, many nights I stood out back of an arena waiting for my star to walk out the door, and he was already gone. You know what I mean?
I gotcha.
So
I love that. That's what it's all
that's
about.
what,
Smiles
it really
on
is
faces.
what it's all about. Yeah.
yeah,
Love
man.
that.
You know, to me, I like to. I never like I used to when they did Polaroids and all. I used to do all kind of Polaroids in the ring, and I would tell the people, "Look, I promise you, I will sign it. I gotta look, see the line. I promise you, I will stay after the show and I will sign it." And they're all like, "Okay, yeah." Soon as that last match happened and he walked in the back, I'd walk out and stand right there next to where the ring was getting tore down and tell her, you know, and have the ring announcer say, "Gillberg's on his way out. If you want your picture signed, just
That's
line."
awesome.
Love that.
Never once have I left and not signed it.
That's awesome. And I love that. And that's what we always say. It's all about smiles on faces. And let me thank you for entertaining us all these years, man, and doing this meet and greet with the fans coming up. Dilf, I want to ask you this one, Daltano, man. I'm talking to you. You said you're starting this promotion. I'm like, who are you working with? You're like Gillberg. How did you link up with him, and what's it like working with Gillberg?
Gillberg's a great dude. He's been a mentor the past year for me. I do some autograph signings with some of the TV guys, some of the legends. And Gillberg was one of the first guys I got hooked up with, and he's phenomenal to work with. And I think we've worked together like 4 times now. And every time it's a pleasure working with him. It's never a nightmare. He's not a diva. He's a professional. He's just a good dude. And I appreciate him. And we decided that, hey, you know, we've been doing all these autograph signings. Let's run a whole wrestling show and see where it goes. And we're doing it.
I love it. And you guys deserve this. Congrats, and thank you guys for the opportunity to talk to you today.
Yeah,
we were talking upstairs. Find Yourself Wrestling. Very interesting.
I love that name.
Yeah, it's very different. How did that come about, guys?
Well, my man definitely thought of that. Come on, man. You know that. You know? I'm all old school. And that's why I'm with him, because he's young. He's like a sponge. He wants to learn everything. So I was like, brother, what's something that'll catch the younger people? Want the younger person, you know? And I love it. I really do. Find Yourself Wrestling. You can't, you know, That's what I'm saying about, the younger people coming in, the older people going out, but you find yourself in there. You got a good place to just learn and have fun.
Yeah.
Love it.
But now let him answer that because he came up with the name. I'll be honest with
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, the whole idea was like this is a place where wrestlers could come and maybe at other companies that they're getting overlooked at or they're not being booked properly or used right.
Bingo.
They could come here, they could find themselves, they could find what works, and they could be the best version of themselves again before they go out there and try to accomplish their goals, whatever they want to do anywhere else. They could find themselves here. So this is like a platform for them to do that and something different.
Yeah, I love it, man. And looking at this roster, guys, again, shameless promo. That's this Friday night at the Mecca of indie wrestling in New Jersey, 106 Bergen Ave. Of course, it's Ridgefield Park. That's where the best wrestling is. I'm excited for that. And I want to,
brother.
you know the deal. And then we got to talk about this roster you guys have assembled. Obviously, Rhett Titus, former guest of the show, Ellsworth as well. Too Hot, Steve Scott, Dilf Boy will be there. Mr. Gill will be there as well. This is a stellar lineup, guys. Tell us about the roster and why you chose to work with these individuals.
They're phenomenal, brother. Every one of them. And what's good is nobody on the card has an attitude. You know what I mean? And if you give certain people and everybody a chance, it's unbelievable what you can get out of them if you actually show them you believe in them. You can take a guy who actually can wrestle but really doesn't put himself into it and showing that you believe in him, and his next match, he'll be yelling at the crowd, he'll be bringing people, you know what I mean? It's just, it means the world to me because I don't know if I've had many schools, through the years, taught a lot of wrestlers, and it means the world to me to see, to have up and coming wrestlers, man, and to help because I want to pass on, because just like me, I needed somebody to help me. And when I was up there doing the jobs at WWF, every one of those during the day would be in the ring with me, telling me, teaching me. And that's how I got as good as I did or as bad as I did. I don't like to blow my own whistle, you know what I mean? But I feel I did pretty good in the ring, Never won much, but I look good.
Yeah, you have some record. You're in the record book.
Yeah, you're in the record books.
Does that? I'll ask you right now. What does that mean to you to hold a record? Longest reigning. I mean, that's amazing.
Hey, and you know what it means to me? All right, let me put it to you this way. Me as a wrestling fan, I started at about 4 years old. Wrestling only came on once a week, and that was on Saturday at 4:00. That was it. And every Saturday, I don't care if I was up at the baseball field about to hit the ball and somebody said it's 3:45, I'd drop the bat, run home as fast as I could because my dad was sitting in the living room with a bowl of popcorn and ready to watch TV. You know what I mean? And I can't say with a channel selector because they didn't have them back then. But and we watched that, and then we moved to Florida when I was about 17, and we had standing reservations at the Eddie Graham Sports Arena every single month. I watched Dusty Rhodes start, Eddie Graham, Mike Graham, Steve Kern. Yeah, I mean, you name it. I watched them all start when they were young kids. And then
awesome.
Actually wrestle with them later. Oh, it was awesome, and I was right on the aisle. So they go, you were the kid in Orlando. Yes, I was, brother. You know what I mean? Awesome. So it was awesome. And it to actually get there and do it. And now the coolest part of it was my dad he had cancer and was, on his way out. Okay. Oh. And about 2 months before he died, I got to come home, man, and walk in the house and say, hey, Dad, check this out. And hold the WWF light heavyweight title up.
That's
awesome.
That's so cool.
Dude, we cried and hugged. He was like, "Oh
that's
my
so
God.
Cool. That's so cool to hear."
That day is the day that I knew I made my father proud of me.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Really cool.
That's really sweet to hear, man.
I love that. That's what it's all about. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go way off.
No. Please,
thank you for sharing that. Please.
Thank you.
You know how they use the term mark?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know who the real marks are?
We hear that a lot.
Yeah.
You know who the real marks are?
Who's
the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Absolutely.
Hold on. Think about this.
Yeah, you're right.
The people we call marks are the fans, right?
Yeah.
Now, the fans are smart enough to go, I'll pay my 20 or 40 bucks and I'll watch these two idiots go in there and beat the hell out of each other. Now, the guys who call them the marks are going, for 20 bucks, I'm going to beat your ass tonight, man. And we going out there for 35 minutes, flip, flop, flip, boom, boom, boom. Might not be able to walk tomorrow, but I made 25 bucks.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Who's the mark? Come on, who's the mark?
That's amazing. And thank you for sharing that story. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
I call myself a mark. I don't care. That's just like when people say you were enhancement talent. No, don't ever call me enhancement. Because to me, enhancement talent. So if you're enhancing a match, you're putting a valet out there. You're putting a manager out there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Tag team partner that isn't in the match. You see what I mean? You're enhancing the match. I was a jobber. What's it called when you lose in wrestling? You did the job, right?
Yes, sir.
There's a jobber in every match. No matter if it's Brock Lesnar against Roman Reigns. One of them's got to do the job. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, I went out there and I got my ass beat and I put everybody over. But look who I was wrestling.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I'm a mark going up there. Yeah, boy, I'm going to WWF, man. I can't believe this. And then I'm in the locker room with him. Randy Savage used to always look over at me and go, "What? What?" And because I'd be laughing and staring at him, he's like, "What?" And I go, "Randy, you don't understand. You're you."
Yeah. That's
great. Yo, what's up, brother? Where we going? We're going to get a drink tonight. And hang out. It's like, you're you, Randy. You're not a gimmick. I expected him to go, "Hey, what's up?" Like Ivan Koloff. First time met Ivan, man. We're doing an autograph session. We're sitting side by side. And he's talking to yes, Barry, you can barely understand you, right? And then he turns and he puts his arm and he says, "So, Gil, I've been waiting to meet you, man. You're all right." And I went, "What the hell?" I had no clue, dude. I had no clue.
That's all.
None. I was like, "Get out of here, man."
That's so
he said, "Oh no, man." Yeah, Ivan Koloff. I was like, "No way."
I love that. And thank you for sharing all these stories. We got big smiles on our faces. And again, like I always say, that's what it's all about. Some amazing moments. And thank you again for entertaining us all these years.
That's what I love doing, That I think that's why Gillberg got over, because it's me. That's me. I'm a cut up, cat up. I like to laugh, carry on, have a good time. And that's what wrestling is to me. It's a place to have fun.
Yeah.
Don't be serious. Wins and losses don't matter. You know what I mean? And that's why everybody on this card is there. They get it. They know what it is. They understand. No matter who it is, hey, you got to lose tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Somebody's got to go over in every match. Somebody's going to lose in every match.
That's it. And
all I asked them is, have fun, man. Have fun.
I love that. That's what it's all about. And speaking about losing all the time, let's throw it back to Dill. No, I'm just kidding, man.
That's why we're together, right?
Yeah, no, stop.
Is this the new job squad?
Stop.
You're saying?
Ellsworth's joining.
Yeah,
that'd be good. That might be all right.
Dilf, under the tutelage of Mr. Gill, man. First of all, tell us, are you fighting on Friday? I assume that you are. And what advice are you taking? What are you taking in working with this guy into your actually in between the ropes?
See, we can't tell you all that.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's a fair point.
We're friends, and let's just say I help my friends. Now, if he goes out there and happens to whoop somebody's tail when he's used to getting his tail whooped, well, I'm not saying that I helped or anybody I know helped, but let's just say my man is even in the gym. You see Facebook? You even see pictures of him, man.
Oh, get it. Get it.
Oh, my God.
Get insurance for them bad boys.
Get them guns out and everything. I'm like, look at my boy go.
Look at summertime. Sun's out, guns out, brother.
I got a feeling his opponent's got a butt whipping coming because he's got some pent up aggression.
There you go.
That's it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead and answer.
Yeah, how you feeling? No, that's great. I love that. How you feeling, Dill?
I'm ready for this match. I'm actually going. This is a dream match of mine. Damian Darling was one of my favorite wrestlers growing up. He's like semi-retired, so he decided to take this FYW match against me. He's going to be teaming up with a selfie superstar, Steve Scott. against me and my boy Isaac Scythe. We're Ghost Dilf, and we've been tagging all over the independents, and we're going to try to pick up the W on Friday.
I love that. That's awesome. Mr. Gill, any chance we see you maybe in the ring in some form or I know you're not wrestling as much these days, but maybe,
You never know. You never know.
Oh,
Never
okay.
say no. Never say
Can
no.
neither confirm or nor deny.
That's it. Never say no. Never say never. You know wrestling. You know how it is.
Love it. Love it. All right. So I want to ask you guys this one again. Friday night fight. This is FYW. This is your guys' debut show. What do you guys want to say to the fans that want to come out, try something different? Because let's be real, New Jersey is kind of very oversaturated with wrestling here, which is a very good problem.
That's a very good problem.
Thank you guys for running on a Friday night, first of all.
Nobody else does. That's why we want to try it.
There you go.
There you
Look
go.
at that.
Yeah, what do you guys want to say to the fans that are thinking about coming out to this one?
Well, I'll go first, and I just want to say, look, this is a new thing. We're trying it. We're trying to have fun. We're trying to show the fans what it's like to have fun and not just come there and see your match and leave. You know what I mean? You get to meet the stars. You get to interact with the stars. You get to, and please stand up and yell, scream, and holler at the bad guys and cheer for your good guys, because that's what it's about, no matter how old, no matter how young. But we do try to keep it PG. You won't hear no F-bombs or nothing coming out of the wrestlers. We want to make it good for the crowd. Now if the crowd drops F-bombs, that's we feel about that.
Yeah,
I guess they paid their money, so.
But yeah, please come out. Please enjoy yourself and have fun. Find yourself wrestling. That's what it's all about, brother. Find yourself and watch some wrestling.
Very well said, Dilf.
Yeah, we just want people to give it a shot. Like you said, there's a lot of wrestling in New Jersey, but I also think, some of the wrestling, it's a little bit repetitive. A lot of companies are a lot alike. They could be the same. So, as long as you can stand alone with your product or stand out and try to be different and be the best you could be and just put on a good show, people are going to take notice. So you look at a company like GCW, no matter what, people will go to their shows, no matter where. They could be in the middle of nowhere. They're going to draw, because people love it. So we just got to find something that find ourselves doing something different, and hopefully the fans catch on. And it might not take one show, but if we keep going and doing our thing, I'm sure that we're going to keep growing.
Love that. And I'm very excited for this show. It's always good to get something fresh and new. Dilf, we see you working hard over at Wawa. Best chocolate milk. Wawa, call us. Let's see what's up. So bring some of that chocolate milk from Wawa on Friday. Mr. Gill, I wanted to ask you, sir, we always are a big fan of some fun road stories, man. Do you have any stories from the road or anything that's kind of funny that you want to share, or
anything that you could legally tell us?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think. Remember, I'm back now when there was no internet and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Or any fond memories?
Yeah, I was about to say any fond memories, because I remember watching you in the job squad and everything like that.
We used to always have food fights.
Oh,
Really?
Cars riding down the road. I'm talking. We used to love those black Hostess cupcakes with the white cream inside.
okay.
And when they hit, they're like grenades. Boom! All over the car. You know what I mean?
Now, who would instigate the food fight?
Yeah, who was in the food fights? Yeah.
Well, it was always. This is when we were all jobbers, and we're talking Glenn Ruth, D'Lo Brown,
Okay.
me, Barry Hardy. It was a bunch of us. So we were at different cars, and Glenn Ruth was following behind me. You know who Glenn Ruth is, right?
Yeah, it's one of the headbangers. I forget his name though.
Yes, it is. Okay. So he's following behind me, and we're at about 85, 90 mile an hour because I'm trying to get away from him so he can't hit me with no food, right? Because we just hit him with a tuna sub. I mean, he came up next to us, wham, a tuna sub all down the side of his car. So I had a 24-ounce coffee, and I like a lot of cream and sugar. And I had a 24-ounce coffee, so I just got it and had a lot of cream and sugar in it. So we're fine. I'm looking in the mirror. I went, watch this, guys. And threw it up in the air. So I'm looking in the mirror, and all of a sudden I see it come down out of nowhere and go, boom, hit it dead center of the windshield. I almost killed the guys.
Oh,
think about it. 80 mile an hour. Now he can't see.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it scared the hell out of me, man. Scared the hell out of me. We all immediately pulled over and everything. Are you all right? You all right? You know, okay, we'll stop that. Yeah, but that was a good shot though, man. That was a good shot. And we won.
That's awesome. Dilf, you don't get in any trouble or have any crazy food fights or anything going on in those locker rooms, do you?
Not a food fight, I don't think. I've had ex-girlfriends that I've gotten into food fights with, but not in the locker room.
Okay.
No, not in the locker room. These are two cars driving down the road.
Yeah.
Throwing sandwiches at each other, man, whatever. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Mr. Gill, we always ask everyone this on the show, and thank you again for making the time. This is an honor to talk to you.
My pleasure, man. As a matter of fact, the wife's looking at me now going like, oh.
Yeah, I got you. Last week, man. Hated the misses, by the way. But
shout out to Mrs. Gill.
Shout out to Mrs. Gill. But just wanted to say, we always ask everyone, we're big proponents of the Northeast talent here. Up and comers, what advice would you have for some of these guys and gals?
Truthfully, try and be the first one there, the last one to leave. Always say hello to everybody. Always say goodbye to everybody. And be 100% respectful. And when I say old school, I'm talking nowadays, let's say, I will just say Kurt Angle is in the locker room. And he's getting ready to walk out to his truck or his car or whatever, his limo, however you want to put it. And he's got both his arms full. And he says, hey, brother, can you grab those 2 bags and bring them out? Nowadays in the locker room, they look at you and go, are you out of your mind? Back in the day, brother, you could be drinking a soda and ask me to grab 8 of your bags. And I would have had every one of them and drug them out there. It's called respect. You have to earn your respect to get respect. You know what I mean? That's what is lost in the business. And that's what we want to bring back. And you will see that the shows are going to be different. They're going to be run right. It isn't going to be an 8-hour show. It's going to be, you get there, you're still hot when you come in, you're hot when you leave. You know, when I say hot, I mean excited. And when you leave, you're going to be like, man, that match, this match, that match. You ain't going to have matches go on and take out and like, well, the first 4 matches, we've been here an hour and a half, you know. No, it ain't going to be like that, man. We're going to have a good show, fast show, and everybody's going to love it. Believe me. And my advice to everybody is just like I say, remember, it's independent wrestling. Remember what you're making. Remember how long to stay in the ring. Because if you're opening first 3 or 4 matches of a show, you shouldn't go out there and put on a 20-minute flip-flop match, because then when you get to the end and you got the crazy wrestlers or the big names, they can't go out and do nothing because they've already seen everything 25 times. You see what I'm saying? So you keep your first couple of matches short. Yes, your last match before intermission, you have a barn burner, man. You burn the house down with it to keep them excited through intermission. Then you have your intermission and you come back again and build back up to the big monster match at the end. You see what I'm saying? You can't have every match 20 minutes long because there's only so many moves you can do. So if you do that, by the time the 5th or 6th match is out, the fans are like, I saw that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why you keep your opening matches short, to the point, and let it go. And as the matches go on, they get longer and longer and longer and longer. And that way, the fans don't leave feeling like, that was a waste of time, man. Why'd I even come here? And that's what's wrong with most independent shows, if you think about it. They go too long and the fans get bored.
Very well said. Thank you for all that advice, man. And thank you for giving the independents the time of day, and appreciative of that. And Dilf Boy, I know that you will be carrying all of Mr. Gill's bags on Friday, showing him the utmost respect. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time.
Guys.
Mr. Gill, tell them this, we apologize.
Thank you all very much, man, for having me here.
Appreciate you guys.
Of course.
And guys, again, FYW Friday night coming up July 15th at the mecca of independent wrestling. That's 106 Bergen Ave, Ridgefield Park, New Jersey.
Find yourself wrestling.
That's it. And guys, thanks for your time. And like we always say here on the BCP, everyone stay safe, stay positive, take care of each other. We out. Peace.